Hey everybody, it's Steve here, and welcome back to Metroid. In this episode, we are going to take out Ridley. Um, I admit that to not being overly steeped in Metroid lore, shall we say. I know that Ridley is of some importance. He's like the captain of the space pirates. His exact title, I don't know, but he's one of the leaders of the space pirates, which I find kind of strange because he's basically like a giant flying lizard-looking creature. Not so much in this game, but in later games you get to see that he's kind of a strange-looking creature. But we're finally going to get rid of him in this video. We're not too far from him at all. Matter of fact, he's going to be right on the other side of this door almost. I obviously did some off-screen grinding. I filled up my energy tanks again. I filled up my missiles. I'm definitely prepared. He shouldn't pose too much of a problem, honestly. If you hit it just right, if you enter the room a certain way, or if you get him into a certain pattern, you can actually beat Ridley without even taking a hit. I never seem to have too much luck with that, which is going to make for a more interesting battle anyway, so bring it on. But I don't want to build it up too much because it's not going to be that dramatic. He should go down pretty quickly, as long as I don't keep failing like this. And here he is. It's like Barney an evil version of Barney the dinosaur. You know, is what he looks like. Yeah, see, I'm definitely not going to have such luck as to not take a hit. But that's okay. I'm up for a fight. Bring it on. He does do some pretty good damage when he does hit you. He's dropping energy tanks on me like crazy. But still, no problem. I think I didn't mention before that for defeating Kraid and Ridley, you get 75 missiles for each of them. If you go through this wall, now it looks like this is kind of a dead end, but it's not. You can actually walk on this lava down below. And at the end of it is the 7th of 8 energy tanks. As I mentioned, you can only hold 6 at a time. All this one's going to do is basically refill my energy. It's going to fill all back up. But as far as keeping the 7th and 8th energy tanks permanently, you can't do it. But after a fight, when you get a lot of health knocked off you, it's good to have an energy tank like that, you know, right by to refill everything for you. Here comes the part that I kind of dread. I mentioned back, I think it was probably in the first video for this game, that I'm trying for 100% completion, but there was possibly one missile tank or missile pack that I was not going to be able to get, and that's the one I'm going to head for right now. And it all comes down to one really tricky, pain in the ass jump that you have to make. So I'm going to do my best to get it. If I fail, then I'm probably just going to let it go, because if you fail, it means that you've got to do a lot of backtracking to get back to it again, and then the chances are that you might just fail again. It's just a really tricky jump that you have to make. That's all it is. But I'll see what I can do here. But aside from that last missile pack and one more energy tank, we've officially gotten every item in the game. To the best of my knowledge, I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, and I'll be glad to get out of Lower North there with this, annoying music. I won't miss that one bit. After we get, or possibly get that last missile pack and the last energy tank, it's simply a matter of backtracking all the way back one last time. Almost back to the beginning of the game, back to Brinstar, and now that we've defeated Kraid and Ridley, we will have access to a new area called Turian, where we will face off against, finally, some Metroids and Mother Brain herself. I don't know if I should call Mother Brain her. Is it actually? Well, we'll talk more about we'll talk more about that when we get to it. The final energy tank. I believe I'm going to be able to show you. No, not just yet. But of course, there's a little bit of trickiness with it, that there's gaps in the floor right before it. Here's a little secret path you're going to have to take to get through this area. You're going to have to go under the floor, basically. If I can find the opening. There it is. And you'll see why when we get to the end, because there's no way, there's a pillar basically that stops you if you were to try to go above ground. Right there's no way that you could get over that. There's the last energy tank. I'm going to pass it up for now. We're going to be coming back around the other way. I'll grab it then. Because I don't really need it right now as far as refilling my health. Maybe by the time I get back around to the other side of that area, I will need it. The trick to this jump that I'm talking about to get that last missile pack comes down to getting as close as you possibly can to the edge of the platform. Almost like to the point where it looks like you're going to fall off of it. Here it is. The problem is that the ceiling is there, and when you jump, you're going to hit your head on the ceiling. So get as close to the edge as possible. Say a prayer, and wow. All that build-up that I just talking about that jump and talking about how I might not get this last missile pack, all that build-up for nothing. And I didn't mean to make it look that easy. It really is just a horrible jump. It's like a big screw you from the game developers, really. Got a frog in my throat. Sorry about that. If I keep clearing my throat. So that's it. That energy tank that we passed up, we're gonna wrap back around and grab that, and that's it for items. We will have gotten everything in the game. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna probably, between this video and the next one, grind for missiles just to make sure. If I've got 255, then that's it. So along the way, I'm just gonna make sure I pick some up, and I don't believe I've missed any, so I think I'm good. But we'll see as soon as if I can get the missile count up to 255. Gosh, these pillars are just in tricky places when you're trying to use your screw attack. This is kind of tricky here. In order to get up, you're going to have to use these fireballs as platforms. You're going to have to freeze them. Oh, well, that's not good. Shit. Well, didn't plan on doing that. I guess I was just so grateful to get that missile pack that I wasn't focused on the trickiness of that area. See, I should have just grabbed that energy tank when I saw it the first time, because now I pretty much got to wrap back around to it again. I don't know if I should edit this out or not. I probably won't, just for purist's sake. I screwed up, I fell, and now I got to pay the price for it. And you know, to cut something like that out is to kind of like try and deny that it happened, basically, and you know, it's not being really not being honest with yourself if you do that. Or I always say you. I've got a problem with saying you instead of I, and or you when I really mean somebody else. It's horrible. We'll talk. Maybe I can talk more about that later, because I'm probably gonna cut this off right now. So everyone, take it easy, have a good one, and I'll see you next time for more Metroid. Peace.